Everyone, I'm Sarah Tolson. I am a designer, a developer on the ServiceNow platform, focusing primarily on Service Portal and other front-end user interfaces as they come to me. I decided to give live streaming a try. This is the second attempt at getting the screen share and all that kind of stuff to work. So we're going to give it a shot. Tonight, one of the first things I want to try and tackle is something I've seen floating around the community. I did an article not too long ago for SN Guru where I talked about um, just making some simple stylistic changes to this chat button, the button that opens the virtual agent chat box. So in the article, I talk about changing the background color. I talk about changing the icon when you open and you close, different things like that. Pretty simple stuff. The many of the changes are done through SAS variables, can be done almost completely out of box. Some of them you're doing some custom CSS, but to get your image in place and positioned properly, but nothing too fancy. The thing that has me looking at this again, however, is one of the newer relative. It's not in Yokohama. This is from a previous release. This feature called proactive triggers. And it creates a really nice little box to the side that kind of helps bring attention to the virtual agent chat button to encourage people to engage in self-service through the use of chat. But what I heard through the grapevine, I haven't actually had the chance to test it myself, is that when you make these changes and enact proactive triggers, it actually screws up the changes you make, like your image falls outside the chat bubble circle and different things like that. So tonight I wanted to kind of investigate that because I haven't had the chance to, and maybe find an answer to that. And if it does in fact break it under certain circumstances, find out what those circumstances are and how we could possibly fix it. So to dive in, I am first going to go to my instance and set up we'll get to an update set in a minute. Forget. Proactive. I don't think I have it in the instance yet, so we're going to go put it in the instance. I have to remember how to do it. And that's one thing that I love about the community and the docs and the resources is, like, no matter how good you get at anything, I'm never doing any one thing consistently enough that I don't still have to look things up or still had to sit there and be like, how did I do that again? So we're going to see if this pulls anything up. And if not, we're going to go to the docs. Oh, look at there. This is it. This is the thing. So we're going to install that. I always wonder, if I click the button, does it go faster, or does it go faster if I stand here and stare at it? See, these are done. Why can't these be done? So while we wait for that, I am going to go make me an update set. I'm going to have to probably create more than one update set because I don't quite remember, but I think Proactive Triggers is actually its own application. Come on, let's go. What are we going to name this? We're going to use VA button proactive trigger test. Now, some people put different things in their update sets. I like to put a description. I like actually using the description field, especially if I'm following a story. I'll put in the story number if I am actually doing the story, and I always put my initials because that makes it really easy to find later. All right. How can I tell? Let's go see plugins. Did you fix it yet? Proactive triggers. Oh, does this mean we're installed? Yes. Okay. Where is it then? Proactive the docs we go. ServiceNow proactive triggers. Don't redirect me. Move it. If y'all don't talk to yourself a lot while you're doing this kind of work, are you even really a developer? Probably. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Virtual agent greeting. Okay. I want to like, okay, we installed it. Navigational. Oh, yeah, there's another thing we have to do. After we, let's see, we installed it, and now we need to navigate to all conversational interfaces. Settings. General settings. There we go. This is where you handle a lot of the different things for your virtual agent, stuff like that. Set the com chat popover. Enable is set to, where is it? Oh, we have to turn it on. Change the scope. See, change the scope, proactive triggers. Fine. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to enable and kind of set up a proactive trigger, and then we're going to do the work in this shiny new greenfield instance where I really haven't done much to see what part of the process breaks it. There, proactive triggers. Spirit fingers. Enable proactive. Okay, that's all I have to do, right? Oh, I gotta set this. Okay, now we've got to set a sys properties dot list. We're going to go to the system properties table, and I am just following the docs right now. And we're going to set Y. I'm going to set this to, I love scopes in ServiceNow. The one setting was in the proactive triggers application, but now, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm, okay, just kidding. I didn't go to the, I thought it was in the proactive triggers. Either way, you gotta be careful with your scope. This record is in the global application. I'm so confused right now. I thought I was in the, we'll get this. It'll come to us. There we go. Okay, see, now we're in our little thing. Change that value to true. Update. Let's see. I've had some instances, I will not shame the people whose instances these are, but where this takes like forever. Come on. Why are you taking forever? I don't understand. I'm very impatient when it comes to this stuff. I will refresh and not give it a chance to do whatever. I have no modules. Ah! Go away. I don't want to acknowledge you. Proactive trigger. Let's just be proactive. Okay, we've installed it. Okay. Configuring proactive triggers. Okay. Chat is only accessible to authenticated users by default. Okay, that's something for later to know, that by default the virtual agent's only accessible to authenticated users, and say you're doing something special kind of portal, or especially for like CSM applications where you have probably public users, you have to make the change in these pages in order to make that accessible to your unauthenticated users. Create rules. General. Okay, so is all this under? I don't remember. I thought this was its own thing. This is the thing. You never remember. So we're going to follow the docs to do this. View all button next to proactive triggers rules. Okay. Settings. General. General settings. Okay. Rules. View all. And there are actually some really cute little things that you can do here. Instance is being kind of slow tonight. See, now this is in the proactive triggers application. Okay, let's say we want to see this. Okay, global is so okay. Now we gotta switch scopes again. Proactive triggers. Refresh. Welcome message to blah 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 trigger type portal home. Let's just activate this and see what it does. See if that's all I needed to do. Maybe I get lucky. Oh my goodness. No. Virtual agent greeting. Type virtual agent. This rule has no active actions. Okay, so we have to do some stuff here. I'm going to make that true. Then activate. Making sure all our parts. I just want it to show up on the screen. And see, this is why I'm not a good developer, because I will just do things and throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks. I'm especially bad about this when I'm doing CSS. Okay. Virtual agent greeting once per visit. Every time. You are server. Okay, see, this is our conditions. It'll only show up in the SP portal and the ESC portal. And then this is true. Save. I still don't have a proactive trigger. Why? Every time. Delay time. None. Oh, that might have been it. This, I believe the delay time on the proactive triggers is the time you have to be on the page before it'll show it to you. And then it hits you up like that little fairy in the Zelda games, like, hey, listen. Why are you not doing this? Do I have to log out or log back in again? Frequency every time. Delay, none. Sample. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, have a question. Look, you can put little emojis in this. This is amazing. Variable from, okay. So that should be fine. Okay. Navigate roles. Define actions that are, let's see if there's anything else I'm supposed to do here. Okay. Let's see. I don't think so. Let's see. This is the same documentation. We did. We made that true. And then we turned this setting on. Roles, view, select, view all. Trigger types, and select view all. Navigate to default trigger type. All trigger types default to active is true except the search event. Optional, turn on the search event. Okay, we have enabled it. I'm pretty sure it's enabled. True. Every time. Service portal, trigger table, applicable portal. Is this what I need to do? I thought this is what that other thing did. Play center. This one. Go away. I'm going to be big mad if I figure out that this is one of those had to log out and log back in things. Virtual agent greeting. Delay time every time. Active true. That should be doing it. Okay. We're going to log out and log back in. Where are you? Because sometimes, let me go over here where y'all can't see. So you don't know my password. Live streaming is interesting by yourself. I'm used to doing it with other people. This just gives me an excuse to talk to myself. I'm doing a hard refresh and it's not showing up. What if I go back to the home page? Okay. This is on. Rules. I'm going to enable. We did enable proactive triggers. Okay. We did the system property, right? Somebody else saw it. Search for this system property. And see the value is true. Navigate to conversational interfaces, settings, enable proactive triggers. We did that. That's on. Under proactive triggers, select the enable triggers field to switch it on. Field select all. Da, 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 da. I don't remember how to do this because it has been a really long time. Okay. Okay, this is our little virtual agent greeting here. Portal home, frequency, every time, delay order. Okay. URL suffixes, advanced condition. This applies to everyone, all users. I'm dying. Messages only. Okay. See how the default is defined. After the rule is created, the admin takes one or more actions that are blah, 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 blah. The list end user sees. This is a action label topic. That's the topic. That's not it. I'm managing proactive triggers. What I'm looking for is to make sure all of the different settings on this field actually do what they're supposed to. If a trigger type is defined as a URL, the rule pages. Clear history. You set your rules frequency field to once per user. Must clear the history. I don't see a clear history button. That's not good. I think that was where I needed to be. Come on, ServiceNow. That's not cool. Proactive rule, clear history example. That there's no clear history button. Maybe. What happens if I don't put anything here? Nothing. So user, any user. That should do it. This way we know it's not that. Okay. Date, type, message, active, order, frequency. Every time. Delay time. None. Trigger type. Needed search. Advanced configuration. Oh, you can script these. That's cool. Virtual agent support for everybody. Internal user. We talked about that. That's fine. Save. I'm still trying to figure out why the stupid proactive trigger won't show up. We're gonna have to find out what this author view thing is here later. Does this require something else? This feature is only available after you've installed and updated the Omni Experience standard feature set. Let's see if we've done that through the ServiceNow store. I'm lazy. Omni-channel. Omni Experience standard. Let's see if that does it. I don't think so. Install. Okay, that's, if it's like an update, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, demo data. I always like demo data. So I'll get in trouble if I create demo data. All right. Maybe this will be it. It's one thing to pay attention to those installation instructions, and I'm really bad about that. But so, okay, you have to install the plugins for proactive triggers. You have to make sure the Omni Experience standard feature set is on the latest version in your instance. And then you have to activate it. I'm gonna be so mad if it was just an update that meant it wasn't showing up on the background. This one. Okay. So we've done that. This is in there. Latest version. General. We enabled it. We set the system property. So this should be it. Dying inside. Kills me. I'm never going to get to figure out if the customizations that I recommended actually break proactive triggers because I'm having such a hard time getting to proactive triggers. Well, while that's cooking, let's go to this. And honestly, one of the best tips that I could give to anyone that happens to watch this is that, like, as you learn things, write them down. Keep like a notes repository in Notion or Obsidian, or whatever your choice of note-taking application is. And when you do that, it gives you, and that's where a lot of this information came from. It was notes that I've taken over time. Allowing me to like just put this together. Always keep notes for, oh, I learned how to do a thing, so let me do that again. And here's an easy way to do it. So I'm going to cheat and use my own thing. Let's make this. So is it done yet? Yes. Still ain't gonna work. Watch. I love this, by the way. But I think I have EC Pro in this. I don't know if that's a part of that or not. Okay, so all this is updated. Now we have proactive triggers on there. View virtual agent greeting. So trigger type, let's see what this trigger type does. I would think that it was just a what URL for the portal home will be used for this trigger type. Why isn't it showing up? Source system API. Proactive trigger not displaying. That's just it. There reaches a point where you reach out to the community and I'm like, y'all have had this problem before. Why isn't it showing up on the instance? Agent chat, Jesus. Service portal, agent chat, create a record with the portal. I swear, if I'm going to be so mad because this is not the directions. All right, my mans, how do we do this? Service portal, agent chat. Service portal, agent chat. There should be one. Active, true. Okay. Create a record with the portal. Virtual agent, not for agent chat. Mark is like the guy when it comes to virtual agent. His articles have saved my butt so many times. Okay. You've configured it. Let's see. We did that. Well, yes, that's okay. We'll see if Mark has the answer. Mark has the answer all the time when it comes to freaking virtual agent. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We did this. We did this. I'm going to be so mad. Let's go see what this is. I'm threatening to be mad a lot in this. See, we have a okay. True. Okay. Both of these aren't true. Proactive rules. Proactive rules table can be opened. Blah, blah. Notice the delay. Oh, you can add your own delay option. Thank you, Mark. Trigger type is an interesting field. Missing something. What will actually be shown? Actions. User criteria. Message is in the message field. Okay, we did that. Activate. That's what we did. Or mark that helpful. Okay. Rules. Virtual agent greeting. Every time. Delay. None. Boom. Let's just say it's portal suffixes ESC. And then we have this action. Boop. Boop. And then we do this. It's still not showing up. That's not good. Okay, so we have followed the docs. We have looked at Mark's article. This is not doing, okay, go to service portal, agent chat, create a record with the portal you want to show. Is it, okay, we'll go back to that agent chat thing, but I am pretty sure that I saw ESC chat, portals, employee center, not public, that doesn't matter. Config portal live is be active. See, like that should be fine. Issue case sensitivity being set to true instead of, oh my goodness, tell me that's not it. I thought I did lowercase true. Okay, it is lowercase true. I don't need you anymore. Ignore cache, private. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't trust myself. Okay, so it's not that. So it's, we have the system property set and it is set correctly. So at least we're making a list of troubleshooting steps. Specify. Okay. Proactive in the proactive trigger form. Yes. Properly configured. That's kind of vague, guy. Is associated with a valid workflow. Log for any errors. That's kind of sketchy. Option to enable proactive triggers. Oh, that's the search one. Not visible, not visible, not visible. This is where I was. Any user in the action. Yeah, I did that, bro. Any user guessed it. User. True. Advanced condition and criteria. Is there something else I need? I'm not allowed to have AI search in my PDI. I found out that made me so sad because there are so many neat little things you can do to configure it. Add virtual agent to your contact center. Branding. Install plugins. So it's all installed. You did all this. You lie. Applies to any users is what we did. Okay, so this should be fine. Glide virtual agent, platform core. So now I'm looking at other plugins related to virtual agent to make sure there's not something I'm missing when it comes to the plugins I need to have for. Well, that's fancy. Let me go to the fancy page. I really like this new page. Here we go. Up to date, up to date. I don't feel like I should need this. chat now. All of this is up to date. There's the virtual agent designer. Like, it's all in here. Okay, we're going to make sure Okay, well, I'm going to end it now because it is getting late for me. I'm going to have to do more troubleshooting to figure out why the proactive triggers aren't showing up. Uh, just to recap, the goal here is to go through the effort of setting up a proactive trigger and then experimenting with the customization of the virtual agent chat button to see what, if any of those customizations are actually breaking the proactive trigger and try to find a way to remedy that. But tonight we struggled to get the proactive triggers just working just out of box. So there's some more troubleshooting that we need to do there. We made sure all the plugins were there, available and updated. We double checked the system properties, and apparently there's an issue where you have to make sure that the system property is lowercase or else it will break. We've double checked the settings in the conversational interfaces windows. So next I'm going to take this to people smarter than me and see if we can't figure out why proactive triggers is not working in my instance. It could just be a matter of this is a PDI and maybe it's not available in a PDI, but I'll find out, and hopefully the next time I sit down to live stream, I'll have an answer. Y'all have a good night.